Today, we are going to talk about something that I see in the eyes of so many of you. It is a specific look. It is not just tiredness, and it is certainly not just about your physical age. It is something much deeper. It is the look of a soul that has lived 100 lifetimes in a single body. It is the look of someone who has gone through too much, too soon. If you often feel like you are older than your years, or if you feel disconnected from the petty dramas of everyday life because you have survived things that would break most people, then this message is specifically for you. I know that on your hardest days, you are likely telling yourself a very cruel story. You are telling yourself that you are damaged goods. You look in the mirror and you might feel worn out, broken, or like you have lost that innocent spark you once had. You might feel like you are carrying a weight that no one else can see. But I am here to tell you that psychology tells a very different and much more beautiful story about who you are. We often hear about post-traumatic stress. It is a buzzword we are all familiar with, but we rarely talk about its powerful, transformative opposite, which is called post-traumatic growth. This is the science of resilience. It suggests that if you have walked through the fire and come out the other side, you have not just survived. You have evolved. You have acquired a specific set of rare psychological strengths that people who have lived easy, sheltered lives will simply never possess. You have been forged into something unbreakable. Let us explore the signs that your trauma has actually served as a chrysalis for your own magnificent expansion. The first profound strength you have developed is what I call high-definition empathy. Most people in this world operate on the surface of emotion. They understand pain theoretically. They can read about it in a book or watch it in a movie and feel a fleeting moment of sadness. But you know the texture of pain. You know the weight of it, the taste of it, and the sound of it in the middle of the night. Because you have been in the dark, you have developed a form of night vision. You can spot someone else standing in the dark from a mile away, even when they are smiling and pretending everything is fine. You have likely noticed a strange phenomenon in your life where complete strangers open up to you. You might be standing in line at the grocery store or sitting on a park bench, and suddenly someone is telling you their deepest secrets within 5 minutes of meeting you. They tell you about their grief, their fears, and their hopes. This is not an accident. It is not a coincidence. It is happening because you have stripped away the layer of judgment that usually blocks human connection. You know how fragile life is because you have seen it crack. Because of this, you do not waste time on the superficial judgments that preoccupy others. You do not care about what shoes they are wearing or what car they drive. You care about their heart. You possess a depth of character that acts like a powerful magnet for other healing souls. You have become a walking sanctuary for others simply because you remember exactly how much it hurts to have nowhere to go. You have become the person you needed when you were hurting. want to acknowledge that having the ability to feel this deeply is a beautiful gift, but it can also be exhausting. It requires you to set boundaries, to protect your energy, and to ensure you are not pouring from an empty cup. However, your history did not just make you softer and more open. It simultaneously made you harder in the areas that matter most. This leads us to the second incredible trait you possess, which is your ability to function in chaos. Psychologists often refer to this as crisis competence. Think about the average person. When they encounter a sudden crisis, perhaps a medical emergency, a sudden financial collapse, or a shock to their routine, their nervous system spikes immediately into panic. Their heart races, their mind goes blank, and they freeze. It is a natural biological response. But for you, it is different. You have likely noticed that when things go wrong, you actually get calmer. The world around you might be spinning. People might be shouting or crying, but a strange stillness settles over you. This is because your baseline for stress has been shifted. You have survived hell. You have walked through the valley of the shadow. Therefore, a flat tire, a rude comment from a boss, or a change in plans cannot shake you. You have faced the dragon, and you lived to tell the tale. These small inconveniences are nothing compared to what you have already conquered. While others are losing their heads, you become the eye of the storm. You are the one instinctively formulating a plan. You are the one checking for safety. You are the one organizing the chaos. It is not that you are indifferent or that you do not care. It is simply that you are battle-tested. You have a resilience muscle that is so developed, so toned, and so strong that things that would ruin someone else's entire week barely even register on your radar. You have learned that you can survive, and that knowledge gives you a grounded confidence that cannot be faked. But being the calmest person in the room is just a survival mechanism. It is impressive, yes, but the true rarity of your character reveals itself when the dust settles, and you have to decide who you want to be in this world. This is where the third and most powerful strength comes in. It is your radical authenticity. There is absolute zero tolerance for fake behavior in a person who has suffered deeply. Once you have lost everything, or once you have been pushed to your absolute physical or emotional limit, the ego dissolves. The superficial layers of identity fall away. You stop caring about impressing people who do not matter. You stop chasing status symbols that mean nothing in the grand scheme of things. People who have not struggled are often terrified of what others think of them. They spend their entire lives curating a perfect image, wearing masks to fit in, and suppressing their true selves to be accepted. You burned your masks a long time ago just to keep warm. You realized that the mask was heavy and suffocating. Now, you speak the truth even when it is uncomfortable. You value time more than money because you know, with bone-deep certainty, that time is not guaranteed. This radical authenticity makes you intimidating to people who are still living a lie. When you walk into a room, your presence demands truth. This can make people uncomfortable if they are hiding from themselves. But, and this is the most important part, it makes you deeply attractive to people who are looking for the truth. You become a lighthouse for the real ones. You are the real deal in a world that is increasingly made of plastic and performance. You offer the world something it is starving for: honesty. So I want to take a moment to reframe the concept of being broken. We use this word so often. I am broken, we say. But let us look at this through a different lens. In Japan, there is a traditional art form called kintsugi. When a precious ceramic bowl is broken, the artisans do not throw it away. They do not hide the cracks. Instead, they put the pieces back together using a special lacquer mixed with real powdered gold. They believe that the cracks make the bowl more beautiful. They believe the history of the object makes it more valuable. They believe that the bowl is now stronger than it was before it broke. The gold veins that run through it tell a story of resilience, of breaking and mending, of falling apart and coming back together. My dear friend, that is you. You are the kintsugi masterpiece. You are not used up. You are not damaged goods. You are the gold-filled vessel. The cracks in your history are not flaws to be hidden with shame. They are proof of your expansion. They are the places where the light enters and where the gold shines through. You are capable of holding more light, more wisdom, and more love because you have been cracked open by life. So do not envy those who have walked an easy path. Yes, their bowls are smooth and perfect, but they are also fragile. They have not been tested. You are antifragile. You have been forged in the fire of adversity, and that has given you a strength that cannot be bought. It cannot be taught in a classroom, and it certainly cannot be faked. You have earned your wisdom. You have earned your depth. I want you to really let that sink in. Think about the version of yourself from 5 years ago or 10 years ago. Think about the scared person you used to be. And now, look at who is standing here today. You are still here. You are still breathing. You are still loving. That is a miracle. We live in a culture that worships youth and innocence. We act as though the goal of life is to arrive at the grave in a pristine, unscarred body with a mind that has never known sorrow. But that is not the goal of a life well lived. The goal is to grow. The goal is to experience the full spectrum of being human. And you, my friend, have done that. You have gathered wisdom that can only be found in the valleys. If you are currently in a season where you feel lonely because of your depth, please know that this is temporary. The more you embrace your authentic self, the more you will attract your true tribe. There are others out there like you. There are others who have the kintsugi gold running through their veins. They are looking for you just as much as you are looking for them. And when you find each other, the connection will be deeper and more profound than anything you could have had before you were broken. Your trauma does not define you, but your recovery does. Your survival does. The way you choose to be kind in a cruel world does. The way you choose to remain soft after being treated harshly does. These are your victories. Wear them with pride. I want to challenge you today to stop hiding your scars. I want you to own your story. You do not need to shout it from the rooftops if you do not want to, but you must own it internally. Look in the mirror and respect the person looking back at you. Respect the journey they have been on. Respect the battles they have fought in silence. You possess a quiet power. It is the power of the survivor. It is the power of the one who knows that the sun will rise again because they have lived through the longest night. Use that power. Use your empathy to heal. Use your crisis competence to lead. Use your authenticity to liberate others. If you are a survivor, if you are part of this beautiful Kintsugi club, I want you to leave a diamond emoji in the comments below. Why a diamond? Because diamonds are only created under extreme pressure. They are carbon that has been subjected to the weight of the earth and has transformed into something unbreakable and brilliant. That is what you are. You have been under pressure, and now it is your time to shine. I want to scroll through the comments and see a sea of diamonds shining back at me, reminding us all that we are not alone. And if you appreciate videos like this, if you want to be part of a community that values depth, healing, and real psychology, then make sure you subscribe to the Happy Aura channel. Join our community. We need you here. We need your light. We need your wisdom. Do not miss the next video, because we are going to keep diving deep into what it means to be truly alive. Thank you for your time, your energy, and your presence. Remember, your aura is happy not because life is perfect, but because you have embraced the imperfect journey with a full heart. I am sending you so much love and light. You are valuable. You are worthy. You are gold. Let us continue this thought for just a moment longer, because I feel there is one more layer we need to uncover together. We spoke about empathy, crisis competence, and authenticity, but there is a fourth element to this post-traumatic growth that is often overlooked. It is a profound sense of gratitude for the smallest things. When you have had the big things threatened, your health, your safety, your stability, you stop taking the small things for granted. The average person might walk past a blooming flower without a second glance. They might drink their morning coffee while scrolling on their phone, completely numb to the taste. But you taste that coffee. You see that flower. You feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, and it feels like a blessing. This is the hidden joy of the survivor. It is a secret capacity for happiness that is incredibly resilient, because your happiness is no longer dependent on external grandiosity. It is rooted in the simple fact of existence. You know what it means to almost lose it all, so having just enough feels like abundance. This ability to find beauty in the mundane is a superpower. It keeps keeps you grounded when the world tries to sell you the lie that you need more to be happy. You know the truth. You know that peace is the ultimate wealth. I also want to address the feeling of isolation one more time. It is very common to feel like an alien when you are surrounded by people who have not experienced deep struggle. You might feel like you are speaking a different language. In a way, you are. You are speaking the language of the soul, while they are speaking the language of the ego. It is okay to feel that distance. Do not try to force them to understand you. They cannot understand what they have not lived, and that is okay. Be patient with them, but do not shrink yourself to fit into their understanding. Stand tall in your truth. Your existence is a testament to human resilience. Every morning you wake up and choose to keep going, you are defying the odds. You are a living, breathing victory. Never forget that. The journey of healing is not a straight line. It is a spiral. You might feel like you are circling back to old pain, but you are actually seeing it from a higher perspective. You are not moving backwards. You are moving upwards. Be patient with your progress. Be gentle with your heart. You are doing the work, even when you are resting, especially when you are resting. So, as you go about your week, I want you to carry this new narrative with you. Catch yourself when you say, I am broken, and gently correct it to I am healing and I am golden. Catch yourself when you feel weird and correct it to I am rare. These small shifts in language change the way your brain processes your reality. You are the narrator of your own life. Make it a story of triumph, not tragedy. You have so much to offer this world. Your voice matters. Your pain matters. Your healing matters. By healing yourself, you heal the collective. You give permission to others to be broken and to put themselves back together with gold. You are leading the way simply by being you. Thank you once again for listening. I feel your presence and I honor your journey. Let us fill the world with our golden cracks and our diamond hearts. You are loved more than you know. Stay strong, stay soft, and stay true. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, my friends.